Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is, and welcome back to some more Raven Legacy with Master Thief. I don't know why I say it like that, I don't. But hey, who cares? So, yeah, this game has really kind of caught hold on me. I'm really starting to enjoy it. I've got quite invested in the story and guessing who it is, who's doing it, and who's doing what. And it's kind of got a bit more interesting recently because there's some subscribers, Derg and Pink, who have both started to kind of take an interest in it as well, and things like that. And we can bounce. It's nice because it's kind of what I always hoped for my channel. You know, have viewer interaction where people would not look at spoilers and that, but would, you know, literally and legitimately try and just guess things with you and, you know, fumble through with you. And it's really nice to have people on that journey with you. It really is cool. So, anyway, let's get back on with it. So, as we know, the Baroness, thanks guys, by the way, and I'm looking forward to keep reading your comments and your theories, and, you know, we'll fumble through it together and we'll see how far we get. Anyway, so, the Baroness got killed, and we found out that it was a shot to the chest, point blank range. Zelda had been drugged by the champagne that the captain gave us, and yeah, lots gone off. The bullet seems to fit the gun, and the gun was found on the gangplank of all places, like it had been dropped there purposely. Oh, it's crazy stuff. There's so much going off here. Let's just get on with it. So we've just come into the Baroness's room to have a look round, basically. So let's have a look. What's this? Examine the portable cupboard. Okay.
The most unportable portmanteau I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is kind of big for a portable cupboard, that is. So, that's not good. What we got over here? Examine the notepad. These can be good notepads.
Oh. The notepad has the ship's emblem on it. I suppose all the first-class cabins have them.
Oh, what? Oh, it's one of these. Hey! Hey, I love this. What's this? What's it say? Inspector be in saloon at 10. And I will expose him. B. Anything else? That's interesting.
It says, Inspector, be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer on board and I will expose him. B. The Baroness seems to have known the murderer. And that means that the Raven can't be the murderer. He never killed anybody. Legrand probably never got the message. Otherwise, he'd have said something.
That's why Baroness were wanting to see him. Do you remember when she was drugged? She said about, I'll see you in the saloon or something at 10. Or something like that. And he said, if you want me there, I'll be there. So obviously, no, doesn't look like he'd seen the note. So, who took the note? And why it couldn't have been taken by the murderer, because she'd have already wanted to pass it on to him. She'd have passed it on to him before she got how she did and came back, unless she was planning to give it. Yeah, because it said she went back to her room early. So perhaps, I don't know. You'd think though that. I'm sorry.
The mannequin surely came with the cabin. A mannequin for the Baroness's clothes would have a more generous figure.
Yeah, the other ones would be for a fatty fat. Let's have a look at this vase. Or whatever it is.
A big, ugly and impractical vase. If it had a wider opening, one could at least use it as an umbrella stand.
Well, I suppose you could. Okay, what's this? Search the cupboard. Let's have a search.
A tape recorder. Must go with the built-in speakers. Probably part of the cabin's furnishings.
Okay. Why are we examining vase again? We've examined it. Oh, he's looking into... Oh, right. Sometimes you have to click something
Can't see
twice.
anything.
Well, turn it over. Sometimes...
Wow. Heavier than it looks.
Oh, feathers. They're a bit small for the raven's feathers. His feathers are usually bigger than that. Why would there be feathers in a vase?
Nothing special. Although, it seems like one of the feathers was scorched at the top. Literally burnt.
Ah, he's putting in that sachet that
I'd
thingy.
better take it with me.
Yeah, that thingy gave him back. Let's click on... Okay, I can't click on that again then. I was just going to say let's click on things twice then. So look at the bed.
Something's under there. More feathers. And they're singed as well. I'll put them with the others.
Weird. So feathers under bed. Oh. So it does light up again. Let's click on it again then, see what happens. Will he play
The
it?
tape recorder is older than the hills, but it was once very expensive. Top of the range. And it doesn't come cheap.
Okay. Examine it again.
Strange. There's only one reel.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I've
And
taken
it's
reel.
the wrong one.
What do you mean it's the wrong one?
No. No sign of the original reel.
Can I take it?
A reel made by Zeibling. I know the brand. Zeibling's tapes can be overwritten many times without losing quality. They're used in offices so that executives can record messages for the secretaries on the same tape over and over again. But they're not good for much else. They're robust, but they don't offer much in terms of sound quality.
I didn't want an actual rundown of how good they were. Just take the bloody reel. That's all I wanted you to do. I didn't need a rundown of the company. No?
Why were the down feathers tossed in the vase? Or is there anything else in there?
I don't know, is
There may
there?
be something else in the vase, but the neck is too narrow to reach in with my hand.
Have I got? I haven't got anything.
There may be something else in...
Alright. I haven't got anything that'll reach in there yet. I'll come back later. I'll remember that vase. What's that? Okay.
Apparently, the Baroness didn't have time to unpack her bags. Or rather, didn't have time to tell her butler to unpack them for her.
Well, surely the butler would have done it automatically.
Sifting through all that would take ages. But here, the Baroness's handbag. Ha-ha.
Ah. Right.
A small leather-bound book. 1964 is engraved on it.
Oh, I keep forgetting this is in
This must
60s,
be
yeah.
the Baroness's diary.
Well, let's have a read.
Cosmetics, a handkerchief.
Oh, I can't see. Move. Diary. Let's have a read of the diary.
Let's see. Yes, it's a diary, all right. Difficult to read.
There must be something.
No entry from yesterday. A brief, sober description of what she's done recently. Met Morris, arranged benefit concert for renovation of Louvre Southeastern Wing, Times photo shoot for Eye of Sphinx, BM, poor excuse for photographer, too fidgety,
Okay. This doesn't look like it's going to help so far.
and so on.
And so on. So that didn't actually help.
This entry looks strange. The handwriting is shaky, difficult to read.
Ooh.
Dreamt of Bobby. Yesterday would have been his birthday. Next week, Jay's.
Weird. Okay. Notebook. Something's been put in notebook there. Let me just have a quick look. Where would we be? What's this? The Baroness has made a while. Grand Constable Oliver and Dr. Gebhardt were searching for the shadow. The constables what we heard. The shot 1 moments later there was the Baroness' cabin. The door was locked from the inside. And the Baroness is dead. She was lying on her bed in a pool of blood. Dr. Gebhardt pronounced her dead, but couldn't say anything further about the circumstances. According to the Baroness was shot in the heart at close range, a single shot. She died instantly. Was the Baroness murdered? Drugged before she was murdered. She was quite unsteady and seemed very drowsy when we met her on the stairs. What would diary entry be? Good shot in the car, stowaway car, 3 keys, shadow on the train. Yeah, I can't. Would it be there in a diary? Terrible first corpse I've seen up close. She was lying in the pool, but yeah. Okay. Come back. Here we are. Who is the Raven? Look for clues. Still no suspects in the Baroness's murder. I'll see if I can get some useful information from the other passengers. I'm looking for clues and could lead us to the killer. Hint. Legrand gave me permission to search the Baroness's cabin. Hint. I think... Oh, I'm supposed to... I can click that, can I? I think there's more than just feathers stuck in the vase, but my hand's too big to reach inside. Well, I'm not going to click these. I don't want them. I don't want hints. We're not doing hints. We're not. No. Okay, I don't know where there was something written about that. Oh, go on. Okay, let's get back to it. I just wanted to look what he said about that diary, but I can't really. This is wallet still. What's this? Message from the Baroness. Down feathers. Audio reel tape. Sorry, I just want to have a look one more time. Where would he bloody be? No, I thought it would come under here. Oh, wait there. Is there more than one page? Clues and evidence. Oh no. It's alright, we've already been here. Right. Sorry guys, just needed to have a good look. Let's examine the bed again, see if we can see if this helps about the blood.
Blood on the mattress. The sheet and the blanket have already been removed. To analyze them, I suppose.
Okay. I can't see anything else in here. Remember that vase. Why am I asking you? It's not like you're going to say to me, Michael, go back to the vase. Okay, but we're going to try and remember the vase if we find something that'll fit in there.
The door frame was damaged when Dr. Gebhardt kicked it in. The real question is, why was the door locked in the first place?
I was just going to say I'm actually clicking on the door because I want to leave, not because I want to run down on the stage of the door. But it'll do. Thank you. I do know now that the door was indeed damaged. Which I expected. Ah! Now you I want to talk to.
The Baroness's butler looks like he didn't get much sleep. I would describe his facial expression as worried.
Yes, let's go talk to the butler. Hello, sir. I have some questions for you.
Hello, Mr. Inch.
Oh, Constable, hello.
You look the worse for wear. It must be terrible for you.
Quite terrible.
Excuse me?
My mistress was murdered. Would you hire a butler who's been mixed up in a murder?
But if it turns out that you're not guilty...
If. But what if not? Who else would they blame? There are no gardeners on this ship.
I understand your problem. Under these circumstances, I'm sure you'd answer some questions that could help clear your name, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Good, good. Where were you last night?
Did you notice anything suspicious last night?
No, sir. After the Baroness went to the saloon, I went to the forecastle. I was there until the alarm went off. I went to the side deck and arrived shortly after Professor Lucien and Miss Miller. We found you and Inspector Legrand there. You were unconscious, and the inspector asked us to take care of you.
Why did you go to the forecastle? Well, probably just leisure time.
Did
I'm
you
going
hear
through
a
everything.
gunshot?
No, just the alarm, sir.
You didn't hear a gunshot? It bloody loud.
You said you were on the forecastle. It sounded like the Baroness let you have the rest of the night off.
Not entirely, sir. One of the crew informed me that the Baroness wanted to be roused at 10:15.
Right. Why was that?
I suppose that she wanted to toast the success of the journey with the captain and the other passengers.
She hadn't intended to take a nap then.
That was not her way, sir. She had a lot of spirit, shall we
Yeah.
say, when it came to social engagements and a glass or two of champagne.
So she liked to get pissed. Well, that was another thing, right? When we saw Baroness faint, do you remember, outside the ship before she boarded it? Was it because she recognised a murderer, or just somebody she knew? Yeah, I thought it was just somebody she knew, like an old flame or somebody. But how do we know it wasn't a murderer? Now, the thing is also, maybe we can cross Legrand off the list of suspects who could be the Raven. How do you know? Because the Raven didn't murder. But obviously Legrand ain't nothing to do with the murder, because she wouldn't have wanted to go to Legrand if he was the murderer. If he'd done some murders at some point. So obviously he's out with that. And he can't be Butler for murderer. So, but I just don't know what Raven is. I'm just rambling again.
The Baroness's cabin seems to have been ransacked.
Indeed, sir, by the Baroness herself.
Really?
She was searching for something the entire afternoon.
And did she find it?
I think she did, sir, yes. She was in high spirits when she finally left her cabin.
You wouldn't happen to know what she was looking for, would you?
I'm afraid not.
What if... Here we go again. Okay, what if she were looking for the key? We've only got Legrand's word for it that she gave him the key. What if she was looking for the key because he'd taken it? Because, think about it. The Raven needs 3 keys, right, to get into the safe. If he's already got the other 2 keys, Legrand, then the 3rd key was the Baroness's key. And if he convinces the Baroness to let him look after it, he's now got all 3 keys to take out the gem and steal it. That's just another theory. So, let's carry on.
Would you describe the Baroness as orderly?
Well, she always had a lot of responsibilities, sir.
That doesn't answer my question.
She used to take a lot of luggage on journeys, and I helped her keep track of it as best I could.
So she was
was
messy.
Always very angry when she couldn't find something.
What about the photos and the documents I saw in her cabin?
I really don't know. They were out of bounds to me, sir. Memories from the war, I'd say. They meant a lot to her.
I didn't see any photos in the cabin. Perhaps I missed them. I saw the diary. Perhaps I missed the photos.
The Baroness seemed to be pretty drunk the last time I saw her.
Is that so?
Does that surprise you? Did the Baroness not drink?
Oh, yes, she drank. It was no secret.
I understand. How serious was her habit?
Serious enough, sir.
Was she under any medical supervision?
Certainly not, sir. She adamantly refused to see a doctor. Like so many elderly women, she had a distinct aversion to hospitals and the like.
Oh yeah, but also, if they gave her some pills, they'd probably killed her anyway if she were drinking a lot of alcohol, because you're not supposed to mix the two.
How long had you worked for the Baroness?
6 months, sir.
Only 6 months. I always thought that butlers stayed with their employers for decades.
Those decades have to start at some point, Constable. Her former butler wasn't able to fulfill his duties any longer. Gout, sir.
I understand.
I took on his duties and hoped for a secure position for the next 20 years.
See, now that's interesting now, because he really could be the Raven. I've said it before, but he could be the Raven, this butler, because he hasn't been with her long. And he could have, when all this started coming about, where they were going to do this thing in Cairo with the 2 gems, he could have made sure he was as close to the gems as possible. I don't know if it were to protect them or to steal them. Again, it's just a theory. Let's keep going.
May I ask what happened to your arm?
A souvenir from the war, sir.
Doesn't it hinder your work?
Yes, sir. Obviously.
I didn't mean to offend you.
The Baroness had a soft spot for disabled veterans. I think she'd been through a lot herself.
I think that's all for now.
Please, sir, find the murderer. You have to clear me of all suspicion.
Okay. I'm just going to very quickly nip back in Baroness's room, can I? Yeah. I just want to nip back in because it says something about photographs. I didn't see them, and it might help make sense of something so let's have a quick look. This be over here in the personal belongings. Well, is there more in the diary?
The Baroness was a very busy woman, and it looks like she had to cope with the loss. She writes about Bubby and Jay. Neither seem to be alive anymore. Almost every family lost loved ones in the war. Maybe hers as well.
Okay. Well, I'm still not seeing any... Can I take it?
I'll leave it there. I don't have time to...
Okay. Is there anything else in the bag? Oh, well, why would I want to examine that? I'll examine it, but I don't know why.
Portholes face the side deck. If someone climbed out of the cabin through a porthole, Legrand and I would have seen them.
Okay. Okay, yeah, there's no pictures. I don't know where it said about pictures. Oh well, let's carry on. Where to go now? Let's go in here. Anybody in?